Hello, dear friends. The best thing about wresting control from a power operating in the shadows is what can be done from within the very shadows where it used to hide. Opinion piece, map of future, roadmap, a strategic plan, new beginning, ignition period, golden timeline, a structural reset, overlapping realities, huge darkness reaction, secret cosmic infiltration, compression breakthrough, golden path to a new world, ascent towards a bright future, negative timelines cancellation, hell to heaven transformation. Most people will find it hard to adapt. Let's start. A map of future describes a graphical representation, plan or guide of possible scenarios, trajectories or strategies for the future. It is used to discuss a structured vision of what might happen or how to move toward specific goals. It's not a literal geographical map, but rather a way to visualize, anticipate, and organize the path to the future in order to prepare ourselves. The famous contactee Cobra has drawn up his wish list for the event in order to receive the sign and energy from the future that will guide us to the optimal moment. In quotes, I will influence millions of friends and be fully prepared for the ascension. I will decree that darkness be swept away. I hope that all wishes are fulfilled and that everyone feels divine love and can live it every day. I will have an abundance of financial resources and the earth will be a beautiful place. Close quotes. In his view, in the next 6 months, there will be wars between nations. Banks will become unstable, and many people will begin cultivating their own land in order to prepare for survival. The underwater energy network will extend throughout the world, thus completing a global network. The energy generated will allow many benevolent beings to arrive on Earth and positively influence governmental organizations. Intervention. He explains that we are witnessing a secret and positive cosmic infiltration. Surface humans cannot detect it, but certain individuals in secret societies have detailed information. This is happening across the planet on a large scale and is accelerating. Many races are involved and are gaining prominence. Furthermore, many backup ships are deployed throughout the solar system and also on the far side of the moon. This push toward the surface is an act of revelation. The positive star visitors will neutralize all dark forces to secure the situation and will be able to confiscate the assets of negative entities to transform the financial system into a positive one. Therefore, all darkness will disappear, and the benevolent visitors will be able to access the government and financial institutions and receive the order to distribute wealth immediately. In this way, people will begin to see their spiritual family. The condition of human beings will improve, given that all non-physical serpentine factions have disappeared. Since darkness can no longer control the financial system, financial slavery will disappear forever. The price of gold and silver will skyrocket, meaning the wicked will no longer be able to control the monetary system. More people will demand reforms and the arrest of the bad actors. Dates. Cobra expects the event to occur within the next 6 months. We will be initiated into the ray of the new paradise. and when it merges with human consciousness, it will trigger a massive awakening of consciousness. In his view, the key date for this event could be Friday, November 13th. He also foresees that 3 months after November 11th, there would be a 6-month period, beginning with the next Lunar New Year, for the forces of light to build an underground network and allied bases, so that the infrastructure and operations will be ready during these 6 months. Therefore, he anticipates that the event could occur during the next Lunar New Year, that the stock exchanges will be closed, and that the goddess energy will be more mature in the following 6 months. The next Lunar New Year will be on February 6, 2027. After the year of the fire horse will come the year of the fire goat. Therefore, 2027 will be a crazy year in the best sense of the word. From now until 2032, we will have 6 very intense years with a great leap in consciousness. This is the ignition period, the activation period, and during this time many things will happen. What exactly will happen is classified information according to Cobra. After 2032, Taurid fireballs, also known as Halloween fireballs, could pose a risk. Activation. At the time of the event, all the dragons and phoenix ley lines will be activated. Excuse me. Cobra sees the return of the goddess and a great reward for all the missionaries of light who have suffered. The sky will be clear, free of artificial chemicals, and it will be an excellent day. In his opinion, the energy of the goddess has returned. It is the energy of the ocean that balances the madness of humanity. The greatest intensity is found in the Pacific Ocean. That's why the largest underwater bases are built there. The ocean goddess, Moana, will be very active for the rest of the year and also in the future. It is the energy of cosmic love. Another aspect of this energy of the god is the energy of the goddess Isis, who, along with other forces of light, is working on certain classified projects involving humanity and has ended the oppression of the last 26,000 years. Her victory is unstoppable, so things are improving much more than anticipated. Everything that is repressed in society, especially in geopolitics, governmental structures, and all governments on the planet, is being exposed because it is activated by the new Earth key and revelated by the new heaven energy. As the new heaven and the new Earth keys communicate with each other, they learn from one another. The unified energy of both keys is the new paradise that unites the old and new Earth into one. There was a time when both keys were anchored in Lemuria, but the dark forces arrived from Orion 900,000 years ago. Before that, there was no darkness on Earth, only lava light. Many angels were anchored there, and humanity lived under the guidance of the forces of light. The imprint of the Lemurian paradise is still present in the Pacific Ocean. This is why the energy of the new paradise anchors most effectively in the Pacific. This new paradise key transforms and combines the energies of both keys. We live in the darkest world in the universe. Certain areas of this planet are a true hell, but everything originates on the non-physical plane. Everything is first an idea before it manifests. For this to become a paradise, it has to be an idea deeply rooted in people. Part of manifesting paradise is dismantling hell. War has to disappear, and hell has to disappear as well. The Ophidian net was used to manifest war, poverty, and suffering, and it was used for demonic possession. With this net removed, the dark forces can no longer manifest negative events on the spiritual plane, but they can on the physical plane, unfortunately. Artificial sealing. Those who worked with the golden timeline realized that there was an artificial ceiling that could not be breached because this net has created it. With the disappearance of this net, that blockage also disappears. That net was a matrix of dark energy that maintained the negative situation on the planet. Now, that negative matrix has disappeared, and the new process called reality overlay has begun. This is a positive matrix overlay being anchored on the astral and etheric planes. A positive technology of the light forces on the astral and etheric planes, containing new special codes for a new positive reality, with islands of light, medical beds, and many positive techniques, and with the technology necessary for the golden age to manifest. This reality overlay is an advanced form of stacking realities. This energetic structure on the astral and etheric planes will manifest a positive reality for everyone. Of course, it will take time, and many people are lost in the physical plane. But you are different if you practice and manifest the golden timeline. Breakthrough. The light coming from above anchors the key to the new heaven. The light coming from below, upon reaching the surface, anchors the key to the new earth. When the energy of both keys meet on the surface, a new energy called the new paradise is created. This is the energy of the advanced breakthrough. The actual process of the compression breakthrough began on May 24th, when both lights met for the first time in human history. This was the first point in the compression breakthrough, and this process is irreversible. At first, it is slow, but it will accelerate and unleash an intense purification process of all uncleansed energy. These are the two aspects: an enormous light arriving and an enormous reaction from darkness. Anchoring the key to the new paradise means anchoring the new paradise within humanity. The key to the new paradise is anchoring the 12th cosmic ray, the ray of absolute positivity, of cosmic paradise and love, of absolutely positive experience and reality. The new earth will be free from sin, evil, disease, suffering, and death. It will be the earth as God originally intended it, before the curse of sin. It will be the Eden restored. New reality. In 1996, we only had one choice. Now we have two: light and darkness. So now we are in a transition from the old to the new reality. This overlap of energies will create the new reality. Those who can connect with this new energy and the golden timeline will begin to connect with this energy in the quantum field. When this energy is strong enough, it will begin to influence the physical plane. This is unavoidable as the darkness is gone. This is how the conversion from hell to heaven is happening. The Absolute is using our consciousness to convert all the negative energies on this planet. Positive outcomes are still possible, and the negative outcomes are being erased. The forces of light are using this overlap of reality to begin transmuting all potential timelines and neutralizing them. So, this is a complex situation, because in the past we have had many races here and many groups with different interests, each with its own agenda, which created chaos. We are beginning to unravel the mess, one path here, another there, which will eliminate darkness. However, before this occurs, negative results may still arise. Therefore, we are in an intense period of cancelling negative timelines. Before that, it is impossible to eliminate them all, but most have already been eliminated. This generates the intense energy we are experiencing. Those who are connected to their higher selves will have a more balanced and less intense experience. Most will experience a relative calm followed by intensity. Most people will find it difficult to adjust, as they will be very stressed. Some missionaries of light will also be stressed, because over thousands of years they may have forgotten some things and are now beginning to remember and become aware of them. So this is intense for everyone. When we reach a certain point, the situation will become increasingly favorable, but the real changes will occur like a quantum leap, not linearly. So certain adverse situations will persist until a decisive breakthrough occurs. The changes will happen suddenly, not linearly, and that can't be fully controlled. Operation. According to Ismael Perez, the Galactic Alliance, through Jupiter Command, authorized Operation Desert Lockdown, a coalition countermeasure deploying directed energy systems to neutralize the 40-level underground complex beneath Area 51 in Nevada, in response to an attack by a Dark Fleet faction against the Lunar Operations Command on July 26th, which destroyed half of the Space Force assets located on the Moon. According to their report, the Dark Fleet penetrated the lunar perimeter using time displacement technology, allowing them to materialize ships unexpectedly and open fire before defensive forces could regroup. Space Force survivors were evacuated through a portal to an underground facility in Alabama. The operation focused on destroying command centers, transport corridors, laboratories, power systems, and deep-level facilities occupied by remnants of the Cabal and Serpent factions. Simultaneously, strategic escape routes in the Nevada desert were sealed, which explains the fires recorded in sectors near Reno and the restricted area of Area 51, resulting from the use of directed energy weapons rather than conventional wildfires. The lunar attack was classified as one of the most serious security breaches in the current Liberation campaign. Analysts from the Galactic Alliance interpret this as evidence of an attempted coordinated offensive across multiple Earth realities by surviving networks of the Dark Fleet and the Cabal. This blockade operation was authorized to prevent these networks from reactivating underground facilities following the timeline correction performed weeks earlier. The Area 51 complex extended several kilometers underground and included storage chambers, living quarters, and laboratories previously used by the Dark Fleet and hostile groups. The operation aims to complete the dismantling of the remaining underground infrastructure linked to these factions. According to the Galactic Alliance, advanced directed energy systems are being deployed to collapse underground command centers, transport corridors, and laboratories. Deep underground power systems and facilities are being shut down. Meanwhile, strategic escape routes across the Nevada desert are being sealed to prevent surviving hostile personnel from evacuating the underground network. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.